world where almost everything is labeled, love is no exception. Today, more and more people are turning to astrology and MBTI to define who they are and who they should be with. Sweep through any dating app, and you'll likely find zodiac signs and personality types right next to profile pictures. But are these symbols truly helping us find the one, or are they just the filters that keep us in our comfort zones? Are we falling in love with people, or their signs, their types, their so-called compatibility scores? However, studies have shown that this matching method based on astrological signs or the MBTI do not have a solid scientific basis. This film dives into how modern relationships are shaped and sometimes limited by symbolic systems like astrology and MBTI. Through real conversation with Jade and Lexi, who met in the dating app, and Coco, the astrologer from LA, we will explore the physiological comfort these labels provide and the quiet pressures they may create. Because when it comes to love, sometimes complex, emotional, and human, can it really be categorized? So let's start from the beginning. How did you two meet?
Tinder, like everyone else, I guess.
Yeah, but it wasn't just Tinder. She had her MBTI and Zodiac in her bio, and I saw Taurus and INTJ, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, and she was a Cancer and ENFP, I guess. I remember googling ENFP and INTJ love match like immediately. It felt like wildly important.
Do you really feel something because of these labels? Like they give you a signer?
A little, yeah. I think I feel safer when I knowing we are supposed to be compatible. It was almost like permission to open up.
Same. It gave me this sense of, I don't know, a structure. Like, I could predict how she might act, especially as someone who gets anxious in relationships.
Do you think you would still like talk if the type didn't match?
Uh, Honestly, I've hesitated. Uh, Not like I write her off completely, but I would be like, oh no, we are incompatible and maybe just not try as hard.
Yeah, same. It's kind of scary to admit that, but we live in this world where everything was so it's hard to not let that get into your head.
Do those symbols still play the role in your relationship now?
They do, like, but it's more playful. Like, she will be like, "Oh, you're such a you're such a cancer." So, and I will roll my eyes, but low key agree.
It helps sometimes, like when we miscommunicate, we'll go back to our type and say, okay, maybe I just process things slower, and or you need more external feedback.
Yeah, but it can be a trap too, also, and like using tap as an excuse.
You mean like I do this because I'm Taurus?
Exactly. Or worse, expecting the other person to act a certain way because of their label. And when it gets toxic, it's like you're dating a personality profile instead of a real person.
Has it ever caused a fight or tension?
Yes, like once she was super strong, and I kept pushing her to talk because that's how I handle stuff. But and she was like, "Oh, I am the INTJ, so I need time to think."
Um, we almost got into this loop of defending ourselves with our types instead of just kind of listening. I feel like we are playing rules.
Do you think these symbols help or hurt more?
Both, I think they help understand and they can also limit it. Like, if we taken them too seriously early on, we might not be sitting here right now. Yeah.
Yeah, they are lens, like not a rule book. It's okay to start there, but you've got to throw the label and away once you start seeing the actual person.
So, if you had to sum it up, are astrology or MBTI more like guidepost or guardrails?
Guideposts, I think. They point you somewhere, but you've got to choose the path.
Uh, Love isn't formula. It's a choice you make even when the signs don't all line up. Yeah.
Well, labels like star signs and personality types can spark connection. They can also become emotional shortcuts. So, how do you use these toys without letting them define us? I asked the experts to help untangle where self discovery ends and where real connection begins.
Hi everyone, I'm Coco. I'm currently at LA. I'm pretty interested in astrology and MBTI. I'm currently studied at USC for my master degree. Well, talking about astrology and MBTI, I believe they are like pretty useful tools for people. But like, I believe in this world, like people are kind of misunderstand it. For me, it is just simply a tool. It's not like a rule box like structured people's world. Like for people who are confused about themselves or confused about the world, the astrology and the BTI are pretty helpful at helping people understanding the basic patterns in like personalities and behavior, which will offer like a starting point for self-awareness and relationship dynamics. I believe like we can use the astrology and MBTI to ask the better question, like asking for the healthiest approach of going into a romantic relationship, and like how do we handle the conflict if we have different personality, but not to 100% avoid the messy but beautiful work of knowing someone. So I think it's pretty interesting to knowing someone on different type of personalities, which can be related to astrology and BTI, so that you can know the world is different and you will have more sense of how to communicating and networking with people.
We all want something to hold on to when it comes to love. Astrology and MBTI give us a way to understand ourselves and sometimes each other. But people are more than types. Relationships aren't made in charts, they are built in real time. Through real effort, these toys can start a conversation, but they shouldn't be the reason we end one. So maybe love isn't about finding the perfect match. Maybe it's about staying open, even when things don't fit perfectly on paper.